Diane in Denmark here. Hooray! We made it to the end of another week. Welcome back to number 10 of the Flylady's cruising through the holidays and Christmas missions. Now, if you haven't jumped in with missions yet, don't worry, it's not too late. There's still time. We've just been, baby stepping like we do with the rest of the Flylady system. I'm making a whole series about Christmas and the holidays with recipes and Danish paper crafts. I'll put a link up there, and I just have to say apologies for the weird lighting today. I shouldn't really apologise because the sun has come out in Denmark today. It's a bit of a miracle, so the sun is kind of half coming into my dining room. Anyway, let's get on with today's mission. It's a Friday, and we are on. Basically, the missions on Fridays are kind of the same. We're going to take a look at the holiday control journal. And remember, if you haven't downloaded this yet, please go and do it today or do it this weekend. You can use a notebook, that's fine, but I know you really well. We think, oh, then we need to get the perfect notebook, and then we're looking for like a red folder, and we're making our own charts. Just do a favour to yourself, print out the Flylady one. It's free and it's got all the information in there, tons of information, and all you need to do is kind of add in, add in your own notes. So what we're doing today on Fridays is that we are looking at our budget, and I know you all want to kind of hide underneath a blanket when I mention the word money, me included. I am Scottish, thrifty, canny, mean, whatever you want to call it. But just by planning, a little about everything that we're buying for Christmas, we've got gifts to buy, we've got food to buy, decorations, gift wrap, all of these things. And I just wanted to give you a couple of tips how we can maybe reduce the spending. But first of all, if you've got the Flylady control journal, print it out. I don't print mine out every year. I have my one in my a binder, a folder that I started. I started mine in 2006. Yeah, incredible. And I just keep on adding to, with recipes and songbooks. But what is in here, you will see about halfway through, there's actually already a list here of like holiday gift lists, if you're making it, how much to spend. Just by reading through this, it's going to give you an idea of what we have to think about. And we've also got, you want, the ones that you're buying, and you can think about what you need to buy for the gift. And remember, it doesn't need to be the world's best gift, that we just need to give a gift, if possible, clutter-free, make it something you've made yourself, or a gift voucher, something like that. But we've really got to curb our spending, because the problem is when we don't plan ahead, when we leave it to the last minute. I've done this myself. You get into December, it's really stressful, the shops, the stores are busy, and then you're just kind of panic buying. You're just buying, extra food, not really planning for it, and then we end up with too much. We don't want it to end up like these hoarder programs. And I was watching something the other day about people with these extreme coupon things. They were just amassing all this amounts of stuff. We've just got to look at what we actually need and buy that, and not have these huge stockpiles of food. So think about it, decoration-wise, the last few years, instead of buying, red decorations and gold decorations, the only decorations I buy these days are white, because I can keep them, I can start decorating at the end of November, because they kind of look wintry, the decorations, and it doesn't matter if they stay up in January when it's kind of bleak outside, because they're not screaming Christmas because they're red. So just think about what you're buying. The same with the wrapping paper. We were talking about that on a mission just last week. I no longer buy Christmas wrapping paper because, you know, we end up with loads of it or not enough. Just buy generic wrapping paper, and I'll put the link to the series and you can go back and look at the wrapping paper thing, because then you can use it for birthdays, for a christening, and just change up, you know, the bow. So we're not having to spend a lot of money to get the effect. So think about, you know, when you're buying decorations, do you really need more decorations? Maybe this weekend you can go through your boxes of decorations. Remember, last week we were also planning decorations, where we're thinking about, did we actually need any Christmas hand towels, dish towels? Let's just try and think about it. Take a cup of coffee, you know, sit down. I'm in our dining room. Sit down with a cup of coffee and just think about what you're going to need this year, if you need anything this year. One of the things that I've learned by having this control journal from the Flylady is that I've had it since 2006, and once Christmas and New Year are over, I tidy up my folder a wee bit, and sometimes I take out recipes that I'm not going to use again, and actually look back, look at the menus. What have I, you know, what did we eat over Christmas? What did I maybe buy too much of? What were we missing? So by just planning a little at a time, remember, we're not planning for hours here, we're just setting a timer for about 15 minutes, sitting down, look ahead, and we're really going to save some money here, because the thing about Christmas, it's not about, you know, who gives the biggest gift. You're not going to remember that, you know, come January, when suddenly your credit card payments are due. Please don't fall into that trap of just kind of sticking your head in the sand and then rushing out to the shops and buy, going on a spending spree. There is another way to do it. You know that. We're Flylady system. We just do things in a balanced way. So anyway, I'm going to have a wee look at my holiday control journal. I've got a few gifts have come in. I'm going to relook at my gift list and see who we're buying for. I need to discuss with hubby some gifts, and it will all be all right. Okay, that's it for me, Diane in Denmark. And listen, just give yourselves a little rah rah rah. It is Friday, end of the week, and we made it again. So anyway, that's it for me, Diane in Denmark. See you very soon, and live long and prosper.